Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in this live section. The network has been very bad, but thank you so much for stopping by. So guys, let's actually talk about what really happened in court today. You guys know that the witness who they brought about against Mazen Namdekalu, he was not acting strange in court where he was saying that he was not aware of the detention of Mazen Namdekalu. The witness was not saying he was not aware. So let's really take a look at what they say, what really happened here. Because according to the witness, he was saying that he's not aware that Mazen Namdekalu went to he's not aware that Mazen Namdekalu has been in detention for so long. And people are saying that how true is this? Because they know that everybody knows that Mazen Namdekalu has been in detention. So reading to what it really said, they said the prosecution requested permission to ask one more question to their witness, which was granted. Witness BBB stated and tendered a medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulak. So reading on, it says that then this is when they start asking, this is now between the interviewer and the witness. So the interviewer asked, but you must understand that solitary confinement is punishment. If that what you mean is a punishment, did you kept him in solitary confinement because he's a danger to himself or the society? And the witness replied, I'm not aware he was in solitary confinement. And the interviewer asked, you subjected Mazen Namdekalu to solitary confinement? And the witness said, I'm not aware of how long the defendant has been in detention. Imagine. This was when the witness said that he was not aware of how long Mazen Namdekalu has been in detention, and everybody is shocked because everybody knows that Mazen Namdekalu has stayed in detention for so long, and the person that is the witness here is a DSS officer. I don't know if he's even retired or he's still working, and the DSS officer said he is not aware that Mazen Namdekalu has been in detention. You can imagine. So reading on, the interviewer asked him, do you know the minimum days to keep someone in solitary confinement? And the witness said, from United Nations law, you can't keep someone for more than 15 days. You can imagine the kind of country we are in. It's the DSS people that are holding him in custody. Still, they are here coming out to say that they don't know, they are not aware that Mazen Namdekalu has been in detention for so long. Guys, this country called Nigeria, is a total mess. See this country, if a revolution does not start, this country is still going to be suffering. In fact, Nigeria is in big trouble. I want you guys to just listen to what Mazen Namdekalu's lawyer, Alo Ejimako, have to say about today's court case. Likewise, what other people have to say about Mazen Namdekalu in trial today. So guys, take a look at this and I'll be right back.
Thank you very much. We are on to our legal team, the defense team for Mazen Namdekanu, who has been here for so long as 10 years in DSS / the Federal High Court. Okay, we shall hear from one of our special counsel, Alo Ejimako, who shall tell us what transpired today in court.
Well, I greet you all out there listening and monitoring this trial. I'm here with some of my colleagues, Nemeka Ejiofor, Esquire, Mandela, Mebogu, Esquire. I'm also here with the president of American Military Veterans of Igbo descent, who came all the way from the United States to monitor this trial. I'm also here with a lot of dedicated Umu Chineke, who have always stood by us and stood by Onyendu throughout all these travails that began in June 2021 when Onyendu was unfortunately renditioned. Well, let me cut through the chase and tell you what happened today briefly. First of all, we still have a media embargo imposed by the court, but we can speak on peripheral issues, just auxiliary issues such as is telling you what happened in court today is what we can speak on. So I speak to you from the position of someone who was in court, and we conducted cross-examination of the witness, one of the witnesses. We identified him as prosecution witness BBB. His cross-examination, was very detailed, very aggressive, and very comprehensive. But it could not be concluded today because of the absence of certain documents that could aid us in more effective cross-examination. So having been presented in the court as such, the court adjourned this matter to 21st of May for continuation of cross-examination and to allow defense the ample opportunity to obtain those documents. If there's something I'm missing, my colleague here, NNAMDI for this one, can fill in the
development has emerged in the ongoing trial of NNAMDI Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The federal government has presented a certified true copy of the death certificate of Ahmed Gulak, a former special advisor on political affairs to the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Gulak's tragic death in the year 2012 was allegedly at the hands of the IPOB members due to non-compliance with a sit-at-home order. This evidence was introduced by the prosecution's second witness in an effort to link Kanu to the incident. Meanwhile, in legislative news, the House of Representatives have rejected a bill aimed at amending the 1999 Constitution to ensure the rotation of the presidency and vice presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Despite the rejection, the House has resolved to represent the bill for future consideration, highlighting the ongoing debates about power distribution and the representation in our country, Nigeria. Furthermore, former Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi has voiced his concerns about the current state of affairs in Nigeria's polity. Speaking at the public presentation of Sule Lamido's autobiography, Amechi expressed that if he and Lamido were still governors, they would have confronted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over certain issues. Amechi's remarks underscore the challenges and dynamics in today's political landscape. These topics have raised important questions about justice, governance, and leadership in Nigeria. And today, as we explore these issues further on People's Voice, we invite you to please join the conversation and share your perspectives with us. So let's dive into these critical matters and examine their implications for our nation, especially as it concerns you and I. So call in or text us on 090-447-32605 or tweet us using the hashtag People's Voice on VOP TV. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Voice of the People TV and follow us across all social media platforms at VOP TV Live. Make sure your voices are heard. It's time to get real, informed, and engaged on People's Voice, so stay with us as we go on a quick break. Glad to have you still with the People's Voice on VOP TV, and this beautiful afternoon we're starting off with the ongoing trial of NNAMDI Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The trial has been ongoing for several years, with recent developments highlighting the complexities and controversies surrounding this case. The prosecution has presented various evidences against Kanu, including recordings and witness testimonies. A prosecution witness codenamed BBB testified against NNAMDI Kanu, highlighting his alleged involvement in terrorist activities. The witness referenced a petition by the former Attorney General Abubakar Malamo accusing Kanu of inciting violence against the Nigerian security agencies. The court also admitted videos and audio recordings of Kanu's broadcast where he allegedly called for attacks on security personnel and government facilities, encouraged the killing of police officers and soldiers, advocated for the destruction of public properties, and declared a sit-at-home in the southeast region of Nigeria. With evidence of Kanu being an accomplice in cases of allegedly calling for attacks not just on security personnel or government facilities, but also on prominent individuals, including the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike. It was said that Kanu had allegedly placed a 100 million naira bounty on Wike's head, encouraging his followers to take action. So recently, the trial was adjourned to May 8, 2025 for continuation of hearing, and some prominent Nigerians, including Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chukwuma Machuku Ume, have called for a political solution to Kanu's case, citing the need for national healing and unity. On their part, Kanu's legal team has also accused the federal government and judiciary of deliberately delaying his trial, citing the lack of progress since the judge recused herself from the case in the year 2024, September to be precise. And the case of NNAMDI Kanu bears some similarities to to that of Odumegu Ojukwu, who led the Biafra Civil War in the late 1960s. Both leaders have been at the forefront of struggles for secession or regional autonomy, highlighting the complexity of Nigeria's federal structure and the ongoing quest for self-determination and resource control in various regions. So this afternoon on People's Voice, as we continue to follow up with this story, I have with me in the studio Mr. Peter Anosike, VOP's in-house senior analyst, who will share his insights on the implications of Kanu's trials and the IPOB movements on the Igbo community and Nigeria at large. Good afternoon, Mr. Anosike, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's get straight to the conversations. Mr. Anosike, considering the alleged crimes linked to the IPOB's activities, do you think that NNAMDI Kanu's agitation has brought more harm than benefits to the Igbo region, and particularly in the light of the sit-at-home orders and the economic instability?
Well, for me, nothing good comes easy. There must be battle before victory.
Okay.
And I know that when NNAMDI Kanu started on this journey, he didn't expect it to be an overnight success. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years. So nothing good comes easy. There must be pain before healing.
So for you, do you think that the agitation has done more harm than good, or whatever the experience is right now in the Southeast is part of the pain that has to come before the gain?
There must be pain before gain. Why NNAMDI Kanu is agitating is because Nigeria is not working. That is the only reason. If Nigeria begin to work today, all these agitations by NNAMDI Kanu, by Sunday Igboho and others will die down. So why it is gaining traction, why it is gaining followership, is because what NNAMDI Kanu has been talking over the years is happening. Igbos have been marginalized. Igbos have been discriminated against. Do you know that in JAMB, the cutoff mark is 200, understand me? But some people somewhere get admission with 120 in the same country.
But if you say that his agitations are because Nigeria is not working, the case of NNAMDI Kanu, for some people.
So my people, this is actually a short clip so that you guys will hear what these people are really saying about NNAMDI Kanu. Now, they used to say that there is no gain without pain. So the reason why NNAMDI Kanu is agitating for Ndi Igbos, because we've seen a whole lot in this country where the Igbo people are always neglected. Even like what this man said here, that when it comes to JAMB, there's some people that used to use 120 and enter school. But when it comes to Igbo land, it is very hard for you to see someone using 120 to enter school. But when you go to the northern side, it is actually very easy for those people to even use 100 to enter school. That's JAMB score 100. So the Igbo people has always been neglected far back. Even when it comes to political activities, you only see the Yorubas and the Hausa people on top, and it is very, very bad. So now we the Igbo people are saying that they want their own freedom. The Igbo people saying they want their own freedom, they want their own nation. And that's why NNAMDI Kanu is going through all these things. So you guys saw what happened in court, that they brought the witness against him, and the witness came out and was saying that he's not even aware that NNAMDI Kanu has stayed in several detention. And people are really surprised, like, how is it that DSS are saying that NNAMDI Kanu has not been in detention? Are they not the people who are keeping him there? So how come they are not aware? If you look at what they really said in this script here, they were asking the witness, are you not aware that Mr. NNAMDI Kanu has been in detention? And he said, I'm not aware of how long the defendant has been in detention. This is so bad. Now I'm wondering, why is he pretending that he doesn't know why NNAMDI Kanu has been in detention? Why the pretense? Why the pretense? Like, what is really going on? You see why NNAMDI Kanu will not stop agitating for Ndi Igbos. Like, this man will not stop at anything he will not stop. He has already told the Indigbos that once he's out from this issue, once he's out from this detention, the insecurity is going to stop in our land. The insecurity it was going to stop in our land. Do you know how insecurity has contributed to less economic growth in Nigeria? Insecurity has contributed to less economic growth. You know, the amount of money we spend in insecurity is enough to build industries in this country. Yes, is enough to build industries in this country and employ youths in it. Like the amount of money we spent in ransom, the amount of money we spent in ransom in Nigeria, from all this kidnapping, Chibok girls, we know how much we spent to release those girls. So if you venture all those money into Nigeria, you find that Nigeria is going to go far. Even if Nigeria was like the least poor countries, Nigeria is going to top up. So that's the reason why a lot of people are saying God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I also want you guys, let us take some reactions from Twitter, because people actually said a lot of things concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So let us take a look at the first reaction here, because people were saying their man. Now the first person said Nigeria is just using a delayed tactics. There's no document anywhere that will save Nigeria from her disobedience to judicial order. Now, this person is saying that Nigeria is just using a delayed tactics, because tell me why they have kept this man in continuous detention. Upon they kept him in continuous detention, still every day he's going to court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been going to court for so long now, and I even think they also adjourned this case to May 21st, meaning that he's also going to appear in court May 21st and 24th. Like, they keep adjourning this man's case, and we're saying, are they using this one as a delayed tactics? Now, the second person here said, what is the purpose of this trial, and why are they masked witness in court? If you're telling the truth, you should not be scared of anything. Many Nigerians have been asking that, why are these witnesses masked? You brought people to come and testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they are masked. For what reason? If they know that what they're saying is the truth, why do they need to cover their faces up? That's what many Nigerians have been asking. So reading on to the next thing that this Twitter user said, this one said, the trial is sham and corrupt. Before any trial should commence, the government should first provide extradition documents that prove where he was bought from. If that can be proved or provided, any trial is illegal. Now, this one is saying that the trial is just sham and corrupt, that before any trial should commence, the government should first provide extradition document that proved where he was brought from. Because a lot of people have been saying that they're not sure of where Tinubu is brought from, and saying that if the president can actually get a document that will prove all these things, then it can be proved or provided. Any other trial that doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now is illegal. Then the second person said, you cannot defend illegalities in court. Any outcome other than dismissal and compensation is fraudulent. And the third person said, in this case, Nigeria ends. We are watching. Lots of people are watching to know how this whole court case is going to turn out, because for some days now, I told you guys that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been going to court. He has been going to court. A lot of many Nigerians are asking, is it time for him to be released? Because they don't understand this is continuous court section every time. So reading on to this next one, it says forever adjoining justice. And many people have been saying they need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And this one says victory unto us, freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this one said once he comes, Biafra should be the first thing we have fed those. He said, once he comes, Biafra should be the first thing. We have fed those two idiotic tribes enough. They must go to Oduduwa and Arewa, as it is what they fear the most. Immediate call for self-determination from the animal farm. People are saying that once Biafra comes, the first thing we should do is just to get Biafra. Immediately Biafra comes, that we are going to feed those two idiotic tribes enough, which is, you guys know that the Oduduwa nation is the Yoruba, and the Arewa is the Hausa tribe. So let's take a look at the next reaction here. He says that this trial is a waste of time. Why the legal team allow it to go on? Many people are saying that this trial itself is just a waste of time, because to be honest, to me self, I feel it's a waste of time, because all the things they have been asking in that court, they have not found anything against the man. I'm telling you guys the honest truth. They have just been lying, manipulation going on in court. They have not been said anything that they used to implicate the man. So definitely nothing, they have not caught him and said, okay, this we're going to use this against him. They have not seen any video clip to use against him. They have not seen him with him, like nothing. So I feel that the trial is just a waste of time. The next person said Nigerian government must obey their court order and release whatever game they are playing is finished. They are busy working with terrorists to exterminate Biafrans, releasing them when caught up with criminality. End Nigeria now to save lives. Disintegration is the only solution. This one is saying the Nigeria government, they must obey their court and release whatever game they are playing, because if people feel that Nigerian government are playing a game, because how can they even bring witnesses to the court to come and testify against Nnamdi Kanu? Like, what is really happening? And people are now asking, are they working with these terrorists to exterminate Biafrans? That's what many Nigerians are asking. Now, this person said, Mr. Lawyer, the next thing bring on is how Nigerian government brings Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. That should be the case study now. You guys know that they actually went to Kenya to bring Nnamdi Kanu, like they arrested him from Kenya and brought him to Nigeria. So many people have been asking that what they should be focusing in is the fact that they went to arrest him from Kenya to bring him to Nigeria, and also the fact that they raided his house in 2017 where they spied 24 youths like in his side, because of, you guys know, when they came to attack Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in his house. So in the process of the whole thing, the army were shooting. Finally, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu escaped, and the other people, they spied a lot of people, many youth. I think they said it was 54 in his house. So reading on to the next article, it says, in as much as Nigerian judiciary lacks credibility, this sham trial will further alienate their relationships in the universe. Yes, external interference are playing a pivotal role in making sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never gets a fair verdict, but history will never be kind to anyone involved. The second person said, what exactly are they judging Nnamdi Kanu for? We thought Nigerian court said man Nnamdi Kanu can never be tired in any court in Nigeria. A lot of people are saying, what's even the case? What's the issue self of them trying this man? Because why are they even trying him? These people are not even talking about the fact that they raided his house in Abia State. They're also talking about the fact that they will I even say is kidnap or arrest. They kidnapped him. Will I even say is kidnap or arrest? From Kenya to Nigeria, and they brought him to Nigeria. So reading on, it says Alloy, okay, this one was actually replying to Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. He said, Alloy, it's really unfortunate how you dance to the tune of the zoo codes. And this second person said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that any judge coming to try him is a terrorist. Alloy Ejimaka, I hope you have not forgotten. They have no right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the offense was committed in London. Nigeria wants to jail an innocent man, and it will never happen. Many people on Twitter have been telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they should please try, that I've been telling Aloy Ejimako, that he should please try and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't want the man to be jailed, an innocent man to be jailed. You can see what this one said here. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that any judge coming to try him is a terrorist. That's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Then Aloy Ejimako, he said, I hope you've not forgotten that they have no right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the offense was committed in London. People have been asking this same thing now that they're arresting him for the broadcast. It was done in London. So why are they now coming and be making noise in Nigeria? Why are they now coming and trying him in Nigeria when the offense was committed in London? Even the London people have not even arrested or said, okay, let them jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. So reading on to the next, what this next person said, they said, no matter how many times adjourned, Chukwu Okike will vindicate and give us victory. He said, person is saying that no matter how many times that these people keep adjourning the case, maybe now they started adjourning this case, they have been adjourning the case for a very long time. So this person is saying no matter how they adjourn it, that Chukwu Okike will still vindicate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and give us victory. So reading on to the reading on to this, let's take a look at this here. This one here, he said, none of them will or can stop Biafra nation from coming. They better relocate out of Biafra land now with their families. We have crossed the Rubicon to look back to remain in such expired contraption fabricated by Britain for criminality and Nigeria now to save lives. People are saying that Britain is the cause of Nigerian problem. Guys, what do you really think? Do you think Britain are the cause of Nigerian problem? Like they're the ones that are causing the problem in Nigeria now? Because tell me why Britain will want to. Because according to the rumors we've been hearing, allegedly, we've been hearing that Britons are the ones that are empowering them, giving them weapons to come and attack Nigerians, giving these terrorist weapons. So people are saying that Britain is also contributing to bad governance and poor economic growth in Nigeria. So let's take a look at this next thing that this exercise said. He said this one said it's time to engage with those Efilu governors from Biafra land. They are the ones involved in what our able leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through in the expired system of Nigeria. Give them no peace now. We will not forget. We will not forgive them. They bite Biafrans. This person is trying to tell us here that the governors in the southeast, that's what he was referring to as Ifilifu governors from Biafra land. He was saying that those ones are involved with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about, expired system of Nigeria. Because if you guys notice, many people have been talking about it. That why is it that the southeast governors are not always talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If I when it even comes to anytime the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says okay, 30th May let there be sit at home, some of the southeast governors will come out and tell you that no, that the residents will go out for their daily activities. So many Nigerians are now asking, why is it that the southeast governors are not talking about the release of their own brother? What is really happening? So let's take a look at this next comment. It says disintegration is the only solution. Nigeria government does not have any case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are just playing around the bush. When he jammed those Ifilifu governors from Biafran land, the music will change. Now this one is okay. I think it's the same person. He is saying that Nigerian government does not have any case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are just playing around the bush. But when he jam those governors from Biafra land, the music will change. So what do you guys really think about what this guy just said here? Do you think he's trying to tell us now that they have bribed the Southeast governors to shut up their mouths? Because they're supposed to be talking about the release of their brother. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an Abia statesman, but I can tell you that none of the Southeast governors have ever ordered for his release or do a meeting. There's this news I heard that they said that Southeast governors arranged and they're supposed to go and meet Tinubu to tell him for the release of their brother. Even the shocking part of it was, you guys remember when Tinubu came to Anambra State recently? He came to Anambra State and they were shocked that Governor Soludo did not say anything about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, he only used that platform. He used the platform and was only talking about P2B, P2B, P2B. And it was not, the Nigerians really blasted him, saying that he has betrayed the Indigbos. Tinubu came to our state, and all you could do is that you are just talking about a P2B. You couldn't even order for the release of your brother who has stayed in detention for so long, and you know that your brother has really suffered in detention, but you don't even talk about his release. The only thing in your mind was P2B. How selfish, how imagine the way he just betrayed the Indigbos. It was really terrible, guys. So my people, you guys are seeing what is really happening in Nigeria. To be honest, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is really a fighter, a man who's never given up at any time. The only time I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to give up is when Igbo people has gotten that freedom they want. There was this thing a man was saying that even if an Igbo person separates today, that even if Igbo people decide to separate today, I tell you that the Igbo people are going to do well more than the Yorubas and the Hausa. That the Yorubas and Hausa self cannot even do without the Igbo people. That's what someone was saying. That the Yoruba and Hausa cannot do without the Igbo people, and that's one thing that they don't know. You see, anytime the Yorubas and the Hausas are always ethnic bias, and I think that's the reason why you see we don't really have a good person we want as the president and the seats, because they're always ethnic bias. When it comes to election, especially presidential election, they'll start saying that they want the power to go to the northern side, and you find that them that saying they want the powers to go to the northern side, after everything, they'll still be the ones to come and start complaining online, lamenting and complaining. it is still the Northerners that complain. It's very hard for you to even see an Igbo man self come out to protest. An Igbo man will tell you, I've already adopted to whatever is happening in this country. Whenever this country is good, we'll continue. That's what an Igbo man will tell you. They've just always adopted to what is really going on in Nigeria. That's the difference between an Igbo man and another tribe. So you guys can really see what is happening in court. They have adjourned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case to 21st of May and I think 24th of May. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be appearing in court again on 21st of May. Like I told you guys, I'll always be keeping you guys updated about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, anything that is going on about him. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and also turn on the notification button to get all the latest news in this channel. So, guys, thanks for watching and thank you for joining me in this live section. See you guys next time.